Fox News alert, Diddy was arrested on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, and the judge denied him bail. Tonight, Primetime's getting an inside look at what Diddy's being accused of. What we learn could bring the whole music industry down and might explain how Diddy got away with it for so long. The feds say Diddy created a criminal enterprise that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. At the center of Diddy's criminal enterprise, drug-fueled sex parties. They're called freak-offs. Diddy lured women into his world and then manipulated them to participate in highly orchestrated sex acts with male prostitutes while Diddy watched and pleasured himself. Diddy gave out drugs at the freak-offs to keep victims obedient and compliant. These freak-offs could last days. Victims were given IVs to replenish fluids and then keep going. Diddy was known for throwing star-studded parties, but we don't really know who came to the freak-offs. We do know if you didn't freak off with Diddy, there were consequences. Diddy would threaten to kill your career, or worse. If you didn't do what Diddy wanted, he got violent, punching, kicking, and dragging women by their hair.
Today, I wanted to talk to you. I know yesterday you probably felt a certain way about the way I communicated, but I'm very unapologetic about the way I communicated because I know what I said was right. Maybe you didn't like the way I said it, but I know what I said was right. And I want to tell you why, If the devil can use him aggressively, then I want you to know God could use me aggressively. I want you to also know you may not like my delivery. You might say, well, listen here, why did you say it that way? I cannot speak to people outside of the church the way I speak to people inside the church. I gotta know my audience. Isn't that what you would say if you're talking to a people? The first thing you gotta know is your audience. And I also want you to know that the thing that's really stirring up so much confusion is because for years, these guys have organized a mass organized effort to slander my name behind the scenes. So every time I say something, you're just seeing my part because their part is behind the scene. But
Hey Diddy, man, what's up? Is it like an insult not to be included in Kanye's new video? What do you want me to do? Diddy, man, do you think it's an insult not to be included in the new Kanye video? People say there's like mercury in that video.
The internet is buzzing today as Sean Combs, aka Diddy, has erupted into a firestorm of accusations involving past and present associates speaking out about alleged abuses within his inner circle.
don't be worried for me. If anything, pray for me. Pray for the things that you don't understand, because I know there's a big misunderstanding between you. The first thing that comes to my mind is about how in Proverbs 18 and 17, the Bible talks about how you can hear one side and it seems right until you hear the other side, until it's cross-referenced. You don't know that so much of the truth has been missing from what you've been in.
So far, both Mace and Chris Brown have emerged as key figures, with their revelations casting new light on long-standing rumours and controversies involving the music mogul.
Mentioned other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
This explosive story took off after a number of celebrities began publicly addressing their experiences and views on Diddy's behavior, igniting a flood of speculation across various social media platforms.
Think about this. I went through every step on how to deal with him. Every step on how to deal with Puff biblically. I dealt with him biblically. That's why I felt aggressive about it. I felt like I did not have to change my strong approach. Because number one, I went to him as a brother when things were not right. Secondly, I went to him with a witness. That was Rodney Jerkins. Like the Bible says, if you don't get it right with him, go back to him with a witness. I did that. The third thing it tells us to do is go to the church. Bring it before the elders. I reached out to his bishop. His bishop declined to mediate the situation. So I just went to step number 4, which is mark him as a publican and have nothing to do with him. And that's what I did lyrically. And that's what you guys have a problem with. So
Ace, one of the original members of Bad Boy Records, has made bombshell claims, hinting at a darker side to Diddy's empire.
Me and Puff was like, I felt like I did more than I got credit for, more than I got paid for.
You felt or did you do that? Because you said felt, like
okay,
feeling.
let's clear that up then.
You saying you feeling that?
No,
but
we're
did
gonna
you...
keep it with, because I'm trying to be nice. I never got paid what I was worth, and I never got the respect I was worth. So the disdain that I got for Puff is more like, you trying to keep me here, nigga. I'm not here. All my peers is up here. All my peers are bosses. When it's time, just like somebody raised somebody up, you know they did work with you, they go from your little man to maybe A&R to something else. He just kept trying to keep me right here, like he didn't want me to grow at anything. And to anybody, is that gonna bother you?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm producing the work.
Yeah.
Puff would go out and party, and I would be in the studio writing the records, and then I just come back and say, he'll say this is his part or that is his part, but I was the person there creating it all.
Right.
And then, I mean, from the lyrical standpoint,
Yeah.
where somebody did a beats, and even More Money, More Problems, I came up with that. I came up with the beat too. And I said, Stevie, we need to do this beat and do it like this. So just imagine all of these moments that are taken from you, the records, the beats. You ain't getting the money, you ain't getting the publishing, you ain't getting the respect. And I don't think you're like that.
No.
So that became really frustrating for me because I'm
You said
looking.
you don't think you like that, what that mean?
I don't think you would like that.
Like,
If a motherfucker did you like that, what the
Yeah,
fucking
like-
story is you listening to, man?
and I don't think you like that, to be pulling with you.
As a prominent artist signed to Diddy's label, Mace's experiences and insights carry considerable weight, adding fuel to the swirling allegations of mistreatment and manipulation.
What would come with doing that? But everybody is letting you get away with it. Everybody. So me quitting after one album, it didn't take long for me to figure it out. Like, I'm not gonna be here with this. I don't care who's here because you're not paying me and you're not respecting me. And that's the real problem.
All right.
And that's just the beginning.
All right,
Then there's people that try to do bodily harm with me. They will be in the house with Puff. So I'm like, it's a funny game y'all playing behind the scenes. So when people see me, they just see me turned up. They just see me agitated. They just see me aggressive, but they don't know why. So if somebody, let's just say we run down on Gilly car, if we got guns or whatever, where we got them, and we trap Gilly, and then the next week you see Wallow with me at your house, how are you gonna feel?
Yeah, I'm snapping out.
Tweaking, right? So now my head is bugging, like what's really going on, because every time something happened to me, it's somebody that's with him. But this is supposed to be the nigga I'm signed to. This is supposed to be who I'm getting money with. And I gotta say this because when people see me irate and they see me aggressive, they wonder, oh, what is Mace doing? Mace is bugging. No, it's a point you get to that you like, yo, I can't let you play because you playing now dangerous games. So imagine somebody doing that and then they over there talking about brother love.
In one of the most startling developments, Mace, during a recent interview, delved into what he described as Diddy's controlling and exploitative business practices. He hinted at financial manipulation, claiming that Diddy's name is connected to numerous financial dealings hidden behind his mother's name, implying that Diddy's finances are shrouded in secrecy. Mace also dropped the shocking claim that many people who could potentially provide evidence against Diddy are no longer alive.
Imagine how you feeling, bro. So it's like you holding I can't blame Puff for this because I can't say he's doing it, but I can't say he's not. So if you look at the people who hate on me, right? They're from Revolt shows. Who run Revolt? The people that had the biggest problems with Mace and write the craziest stuff about Mace come from Revolt. Who run Revolt? I'm still asking y'all because everything people keep doing, I'm like, why do they keep tripping on me? It's almost like they want me to be something that's going to be detrimental to them because it's not going to be detrimental to me. So answer that though, since we really talking.
Puff run Revolt.
Diddy run Revolt.
Yeah, he run Revolt.
Right.
So when I hit him up and I say, yo, you got people every time they trying to discredit my name, you don't think that blocked me from other deals? You don't think that blocked me from other monies? You don't think that does something to my livelihood?
Black ball right now.
He cited figures like Biggie Smalls, Black Rob, and Craig Mack, all of whom have passed away, leaving Maze as one of the few remaining witnesses to these alleged events.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
That's it. Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. Being that I saw you as such a good friend, I want to put you with somebody I knew.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram,
I knew
man.
with Biggie
Don't have me that's all here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get
Instantly,
emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Right.
I thought he would do that.
Thank you, man. I don't got time to start crying in here, murder, man, but I appreciate that.
According to Mace, the contracts people signed prevented them from speaking out. In one intense moment, Mace declared, "I'm the only one with the guts." He refused to stay silent about the alleged mistreatment at Bad Boy Records, where artists were financially exploited, abused, and manipulated to maintain control over their careers.
Yeah, we get into the office, so we do the performance, like, we nervous, but we just do the shit, boom, all right. He said, yeah, I like this cook, I don't like this light-skinned nigga. So, fuck down, I said, That's just melted in that goddamn office at 12. I said, look, I mean, fucked up.
And you 12 years old.
Yeah. But
so, look, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Your partner was dark skinned? I mean, I gotta ask.
Yeah, my brother was dark skinned.
Chris Brown also contributed to the conversation in a recent podcast interview, where he opened up about his dealings with Diddy during the early stages of his career. Before his meteoric rise to fame, a young and ambitious Chris Brown, along with his friend TJ, attempted to sign with Bad Boy Records.
Was it ever nice that you think this wasn't gonna happen?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. I feel like a lot of people don't see no's that everybody gets. Like they just see the success and they don't think that it takes hard work.
Because they think you just got discovered, you went to this place, and then boom, it blew up.
Yeah, like it would sound like that if it was written in a fairy tale story.
Right.
But no, a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights, sleepless nights, stressful nights, crying in the studio, not thinking I'm good enough, like as a younger artist. But yeah, a lot of that. But I think like I didn't let that doubt overshadow the dream. I feel like my heart was in it. So I was ready for anything. Just even to this day, like my heart and my passion is in what I do.
Still that.
Yeah. So I feel like that's what I guess keeps me consistent or keeps people interested or engaged in my music.
Right. Diddy turned you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did that meeting go? So how did the meeting go, and then what did Diddy say? Why did he turn you down?
And this was probably maybe 2 or 3 years prior.
Okay.
So I was like 11 or 12 at this time. The same kid that I said that showed me the ropes in New York. Yeah. Me and him had songs. It was like a group. So me and him had different like songs that we would do together, and I would do solo songs. So we both got the audition. He's like, all right, cool. Let's go and meet him and let's go sing. So we went in there together. He was like, cool. We did the song that we have together, and I'm singing on the chorus. And so he was just like, cool. I'll talk to you. Can he go outside for a second? We're gonna just talk. They was like, nah, we don't want him.
They didn't want you.
Nah, they didn't want me. So I was like, as a 12, 13-year-old, I was in that elevator probably crying like a mug. So
But you knew who Diddy was, right? You like,
of course. And at the Pinnacle, I'm like, man, first of all, I was just excited just to meet them. Yeah, like, so being in the room kind of made me like shaky. So I probably was nervous and singing crazy, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show him. Like, so that was my motivation to keep going too.
Because knowing who Diddy was, for Diddy to say, nah, you need to go on outside, it probably would be like a basketball player saying, Phil Jackson saying, nah, go away. One of these prominent coaches saying, nah, bro, I don't think you good enough.
Yeah.
So you're on the elevator, what are you thinking? Like, am I not good enough? Because P. Diddy just told me, like, nah.
Of course. I was in the elevator like, all right, man, this might be it for me. Because as a kid, when you're a kid, you think anything that's it's the end of the road, yeah. But I think I just took that motivation. Me and my homeboy, we just was like, you know what? Let's just keep going back in the studio.
Right.
Let's just make more songs. Let's get better. We just started, so I thank Puff for that. Man. Hey Diddy, man, I appreciate it though, like, cause that made me get on my.
However, in a shocking revelation, Chris disclosed that Diddy turned him down, stating bluntly that the label didn't want him. The incident left a lasting impression on Chris, who admitted that as a 12 or 13-year-old, he was devastated by the rejection. Though this story may seem like a typical case of missed opportunity, Chris hinted that there might be more to Diddy's rejection than meets the eye. The online community has since speculated that Diddy's decision to turn Chris Brown away could have been motivated by something far darker, perhaps even linked to the alleged secretive and questionable practices that have been associated with the Bad Boy founder.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong.
Rumours involving alleged secret rituals and cult-like behaviour linked to Diddy are adding more intrigue to the scandal. Speculation online, fueled by comments from Mays and other figures, suggests that Diddy may have engaged in questionable activities behind the scenes, with some insinuating that these actions went beyond the entertainment industry's typical excesses.
The step number 4, which is mark him as a publican and have nothing to do with him. And that's what I did lyrically. And that's what you guys have a problem with. So I don't know if it's me or you got a problem with the Bible, because all I did was handle it the way you're supposed to handle it. And I'm up for all the smoke he has to bring. Puff can't beat me at anything. Anything. And he knows that. And I'm up for the challenge. And until I see you again, just know I may do a lot of things you don't agree with. Pray for me like I would pray for you, instead of letting your voice be used against something that could be a phenomenal change for our culture. We don't need no more leaders like that. We need new gatekeepers. If there's ever been a company, just think of this, that handled those people that way for 20 straight years, you wouldn't keep them in leadership. So why should we keep these same gatekeepers who have done nothing but exploited us and used our talents against us for their own gain and their children?
Also, Mace has alluded to alleged gay rituals that he claims he managed to avoid during his time with Diddy.
And dragging women by their hair. Diddy had complete control over his freak-off victims. He had control of their housing money. He even tracked their location. And Diddy filmed the freak-offs, so he had the video for blackmail. Diddy's freak-offs have been going on for 15 years. That's a lot of tapes. The feds have their hands on all of them. They raided 2 of his homes earlier this year and walked out with his computers. They also seized freak-off supplies, drugs, guns, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. He also had 2 AR-15s stashed in his bedroom with the serial numbers scratched off.
These allegations have set off a storm of reactions online, particularly on platforms like Twitter and Reddit, where users have been dissecting every aspect of these claims. While no concrete evidence has surfaced to substantiate these allegations, they have added a new layer of controversy to Diddy's already tumultuous public image.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Several celebrities have shared their thoughts on the scandal, adding credibility to Mace and Chris Brown's claims.
Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be able to do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about Michael. Right. I'm Michael now. Right, Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What are you talking about? When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like, when you see Jadakiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. Fluffy do some like a little fluffy stuff now going on. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding. Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
I asked 50 about that. He said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy. I don't have no beef with Fifth. He loves me. Y'all can't see that he loves me. You really, hold on, you really think that's hate? You know he loves me. I don't think he likes me.
Some have expressed surprise at the allegations, while others have hinted that they were not entirely shocked by the revelations, given Diddy's controversial reputation over the years. One notable figure who has spoken out is Jamie Foxx, who allegedly possesses footage from one of Diddy's notorious parties in Beverly Hills. In an earlier interview, Foxx described the extravagant nature of these gatherings, hinting at the wild and possibly inappropriate activities that took place. The public response to these allegations has been swift, with many fans and social media users now questioning Diddy's legacy. Hashtags related to the scandal have trended on platforms like TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter, with countless users sharing their theories and takes on the situation. The scandal has sparked intense debates, with some defending Diddy, arguing that the claims are baseless, while others are convinced that there is truth behind the accusations. Further fueling the fire, rumors have surfaced that Cassie, Diddy's former partner, may have handed over crucial evidence to federal authorities. According to reports circulating on TikTok and other platforms, Cassie has allegedly provided videotapes and other incriminating material that could directly implicate Diddy in various illegal activities. These reports remain unconfirmed, but they have only intensified the public's interest in the scandal.
Today, Diddy pled not guilty and offered up $50 million for bail. But the judge denied him. Diddy's staying in jail. The judge said he's concerned about Diddy's substance abuse and anger issues and said he was a flight risk. Diddy's lawyer says he's going to fight.
We're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he, and eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again, and we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
Diddy had a lot of pull in Hollywood and Washington. Remember, Diddy was a Democrat community organizer for years, running the Vote or Die movement. Diddy's freak-offs were an open secret for insiders. Everybody knew about him. Nobody tried to stop him. This is a lot bigger than Diddy. You can't get away with 15 years of freak-offs without a little help. Did other music moguls get in on Diddy's action? Diddy's the one taking the hit, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. If Diddy flips, he could take the whole music industry down with him. Chris Hansen's the host of Takedown with Chris Hansen on True Blue, and Jaco Booyens is an anti-human trafficking advocate and founder of Jaco Booyens Ministries. Jaco, we'll start with you. You predicted this was going to go down this way. What do you think's next?
Yeah, Lady Justice needs to deliver, Jesse, and thank you for having me on. Those names of the record label executives now need to be mentioned. All those complicit have to come out. It's time for justice. America needs justice when it comes to the exploitation of persons, when we know trafficking is rampant across the border, and these guys normally get away with it. It cannot just be Diddy. This has to be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
So they have the tapes, they have the financials, and they have plenty of victims ready to come forward. Do you expect the feds to go up the food chain? Is Diddy the kind of guy that's going to sing or not?
Look, everything he's done is literally by definition human trafficking, sex trafficking, extortion. So I think what should happen here and what will happen is they're going to throw the book at him, potentially offer him a deal. Yeah, he could potentially get 30+ years in prison. Allegedly, minors were at these parties at times. That is to be proven. But if that's the case, now you're looking at life. And I think this guy will sing. The canary may sing, Jesse, but we need those names of the record label executives, those who started his career, funded the freak-offs, paid women off, kept them silent. It's time.
As these revelations continue to unfold, it is clear that Diddy is facing one of the most serious public challenges of his career. Whether or not the allegations are proven, the impact on his reputation and legacy will be profound.
Where it gets swept under the rug. Chris Hansen, you know a lot about the situation. You've been covering it for a while. What do you see happening?
Well, I think that he's exactly right. We are going to see a lot of posturing. You can't have these charges, human trafficking and racketeering, committed by just one person. Other people were involved. So you have to believe some of the people are cooperating in this investigation. What I found interesting was the letter sent by the U.S. attorney to the judge to deny bail for Diddy. It talks about the danger he poses. It talks about the fact that this video of Cassie being beaten by Diddy was because Cassie was trying to escape a freak-off at that very hotel. They talk about the weapons, the money that he has access to, and you have to start wondering how many high-level music executives and other members of the talent side of this business knew about this. Already today, one high-level music executive has announced an early retirement. So is this the beginning?
Of course, that was a coincidence. They always say it was a long-planned retirement. When you see the serial numbers on a rifle obliterated, and those rifles are in your bedroom, what does that tell you?
It's a criminal enterprise. Look, there's only one reason why you drill out numbers. There's only one reason why you have a drum magazine that carries 59 rounds of .223 high-powered ammunition. It's for killing. It's for threatening. And when you combine this with the allegations of arson and threatening and trying to coerce witnesses and recording those conversations, it adds up to a lot of trouble for Diddy.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Mace, Chris Brown, and other high-profile figures are ensuring that this scandal remains in the public eye, and the world will be watching closely to see how it all plays out. The full truth behind the accusations may take time to emerge, but one thing is certain: this scandal has rocked the entertainment world, and its consequences will likely reverberate for years to come.